Welcome to Intermediate Blending, a follow-up series to Beginning to Blend. I'm JoRaSe, your host for this series, just like the last. Now, let's delve in and begin. Well, let's get at it. We've got the next version of the Atom animation to run through, so let's go ahead and get going on that. Let's open up our panel here and turn on screencast keys. And now let's go ahead and import our file. And delete the default cube. So with this one, we're going to be using an armature, and it's going to be rather simplistic. Just going to be 2 or 3 bones in the armature. Let's go ahead and get the armature put in. Tab in. And get the correct viewport. And make sure we're in the correct view mode. Now we want to extrude one out and over. Let's come over here on the right, get the Object Data tab, the one that looks like a little stick man or a stick figure, and make sure X-ray is checked so we can see our bone through our mesh. Just position it where we want it, both ways. Okay, that's good. Now come down here to the bottom again, and we're going to extrude another one out and over, like so. And again, make sure it's in the proper position. It is. So now what we want to do is join all of these meshes together. Let's grab the middle mesh and then the 2 side meshes, and we'll go ahead and just check this one again so that is the center point. Hit the Control and J keys on the keyboard. That joins them together. And now select the armature with the Shift and right click, and we're going to parent the mesh to the armature with Control P, and we're going to go with empty groups like we did last time, because we're going to assign each basic arm of the armature to its specific electron. So let's go ahead and go into pose mode down here at the bottom. We're going to select our first armature bone and go into the model, and we want to get it from object mode to weight paint. And everything should be a nice dark blue. Now we want to make this one all red. So we're just going to click and drag till it's red, and then turn it around and make sure every bit of it's red. So now that we have that one weight painted, we need to switch over to the other one and weight paint its electron. And just make sure every bit is covered on the other one. And same thing with this one. Everything looks like it should, so we're ready to leave weight paint mode and go back into object mode. Now we can do a little test on our armature here. Oh, but wait, we need to add a spot in between. So let's go into edit mode, and we're going to add one subdivision to both sides. And while we're at it, we can do like so. For both as well. And if we go back into the model, go into weight paint, we will see this needs to be in pose. So now we will see that it is changed. And it's done that because we split up these armatures. So what we need to do is go through and clear all. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, never mind. We just needed to click off everything. But we do need to reassign for these two. So there's that one. And there is that one. Now we don't want these controlling it, so we need to come over where it says mix and go to subtract. And just take it all back down to as soon as I can get the mouse to work with me properly. Clear out both sides. So there we go. Now we can go back into object mode, come into our top view in pose mode, and what we really want to do is just test it to make sure it's going to move properly. And it looks like it will. So that being the case, let's go ahead and go into our animation panel and change the amount of total frames from 250 to 100. And let's select all the armature and go ahead and put in our first keyframe. Now, go to frame 25. Grab the outer one, rotate it up like so, Okay, let's clear that out. I just realized there's an error there. So we're going to delete it with Alt-I. Make sure we got everything, delete it. And reset this with Alt-R. It clears the rotation. So now we can lock it in place for everything. Grab that one, rotate it 90. Should have gone to frame 25. First, rotate it again. And now we want to rotate this one as well to frame we want to rotate it 90 degrees on the correct frame. So now we're going to pull it down. And if we go into wireframe, we can see through, and we can rotate this in. And just rotate this down a bit more, get it centered up. And now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Rotate this up. And out. And we're going to rotate it up a bit more. And we're going to need to allow for some difference in the positioning, so we're just going to let that be. But here we've got our first set, so we're going to insert our next keyframe, advance it 25 to frame 50, and go back into top view and rotate everything around 90 degrees. On that one, and rotate this one as well. And I know you may be thinking, well, you're not really doing it 90 degrees, now are you? And this is true, but we don't need it to be precise as much as we need it to be, as much as I need it to be doable for anyone wanting to do this. And some people don't necessarily want to do things exactly, and I know that. So I'm not trying to make it that you have to have exact numbers and all that kind of stuff. Just get it close enough that you can live with. So there we go. We're going to set that keyframe. Go to frame 75. Go back into top view and rotate everything again. And this one as well. And now we've got to set these up. So small one goes up. And the big one comes down. lock everything into place. And time for frame 100. Rotate. And rotate. Rotate this down and up, down, and up. And this one goes up and out. Did it a bit too far, so pull it down a bit and in. Set this keyframe and let's go into wired view, or shaded view I should say. Leave pose mode, we'll go back into object. And deselect X-ray over here on the right. And let's play through our animation. Did I not? I didn't set the so I got it to here, and then I just totally forgot to set that last keyframe, didn't I? Well, let's go back into pose mode then and redo it. So this one's going all the way out. So it rotates this way and this one rotates this way. And now this comes down and in. And down, like so, and now this comes up to there. Now, select everything and insert the keyframe. And now go back into object mode, play it. That's more like it. So there we have our armature-driven animation. We can hide the armature, the H key, and there we have it. That's all for this session of Polygonal Art with JoRaSe. If you enjoyed what you saw, how about giving this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos from me. In the video description below, you'll find my Patreon link. Feel free to check it out. Now, on to the credits.